Coach. Thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. He finds an opening past the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
11.
Goff now looking to throw. He gets it to Cooks. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Get in the right room. Dad? 51 the mic.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
36.
One, Omaha.
Watch the whip.
21. Here we go. Stay hot.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Here we go. 13. 11. Stay hot. White.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Switch.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Check 25.
Stay hot.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got him. I got him, man. He's mine. 51, Mike 51.
Out of the gun, gone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
It's going to be a long...
From the gun, here's Goff. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
You got three down, 3 down. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Push him back. Push him back. 50 hot.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12. Hey, gun. 13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Line 20.
Down to lose 1. Tight ends left. 3 down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
21. Hey, Echo. Stay hot.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Here we go.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
11.
Watch the eye.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mark, go. 180.
I'm coming after you.
Now Henderson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's it, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
There's gone. That's taken in by Henderson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
This is Henderson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hut, 180.
56. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
12, fellas, here we go. 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, check. 3 down. Watch safety creep.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Goff. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
21. 11.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
65. Hey, Charlie. 21. Set hunt.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for our Rams. First down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Bring go. Like 20.
Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
54. Mike 54. That's not good.
On second and 11 now. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw is gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Alert Flair.
Ric Flair.
On first down, Henderson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hey, check.
12. Hey, wahoo!
54. Hey, I'm coming after you. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Goff. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try to get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! 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 Set! Alert!
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 22, Garoppolo gets this one to use check. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Coleman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check safety.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
White.
You got 4. Slant.
11. Lock.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Garoppolo now. Just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
White.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
21. Hey, Steve 6. Coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
3 down. Shift.
Now gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Goff now to throw. He gets it to Cooks. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout, Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
That's on the multiple-time Pro Bowler Joe Staley, the tackle. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go. 21. 12. Get hot. 21. Get hot.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. John Johnson with the INT. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calmed.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check 24.
Tiger.
Now Goff, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
12.
Gotta do better. Come on,
I got you.
Under 10. 10. Watch.
21.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him, but he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Switch.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
To throw is Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. The end result, 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20, this one over 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Check,
13, man.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Yup.
Hey, exit. Man.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll set them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Keep it up, guys. Check 26. Check 26.
Six.
Mike.
Hey, orbit.
Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal.
Alert 3.
12, fellas, here we go.
58, Mike.
21.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Henderson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing just outside his own goal line. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, gun.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around.
And the pressure gets to him again. Clay Matthews picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for L.A., they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.